English major. And then I changed. Now you know why. Like, you just like, that's no longer what we're known for down here, and I'm like, "Why? Why can't we be known for that?" Like, it's not that hard to be nice to people. They ain't even gotta be nice back. How do I wanna do this? Oh, well, cool, it just goes all the way around, that's so much easier. There we go. So you won't ever see this. This can go. I do want it back, though. And loop. Okay. Get this mess of dirt out of the way. I don't have a shovel, so this is gonna take a while. Alright, this is our life now. Yeah, like, I'm very self-conscious about greeting guests in the morning for that reason. Like, if I have, a white man walk by and then a black man behind him, I actually, like, will make, sort of force eye contact, black man, just to make sure that I say good morning. Like, I'm still treating them special because, 3 white guys in a row come by, I might miss one. I try not to, but I don't really worry about missing one, if I'm honest. But I actually go out of my way to try and be nicer to minorities and women in particular as well. I have to be you have to be really, really careful about how and what you say to female guests. Uh, I've never had one complain about me, to be perfectly honest, but it's always first time for anything, and there is no defense. Like, you just can't. So, to me, I'm still technically treating them different, and it has always bugged me a little bit that, again, I said this before, and it seems counterintuitive, but equality isn't necessarily equal. Like, to treat a group of people equal, I then have to go out of my way to make sure I'm actually paying the correct attention to them and not missing them by accident. I try to never actively dismiss any guests. That's just crappy service. But I do feel sometimes like I go out of my way to be nicer to some people. I don't know. I mean, it should just be automatic. It really should. It should absolutely be automatic and like no thought required, just instant. It's not. Um, I'm 33 years old and I live in the heart of Dixie, so it's absolutely not automatic. Yeah. So I think with this sticking out on the side here and some windows, that this is going to be an impressive profile. Yeah. And it's only going to stick out a little bit on this side, literally about that far. Yeah, it's gonna work. It's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. Like, I thought the entire building would fit, like, in this space, but nope, we've got it out on both sides. Gotta do oh dear. I could spend an entire month just building this building and making it, how I want it. Oh, yes. Like I said, the only way I got out of the because when the lady complained at the hotel, corporate was all over us. She escalated that immediately, and they were all over my boss to fire me. And like I said, she went back on the cameras and was like, "He never came in the front entrance." I've had another time when a guest complained that he waited for 5 minutes at the front desk and had to leave without his receipt. And she went back on the camera. He walked straight past the desk. I wasn't standing there, but he never even paused. He walked straight past the desk. I'm 3 steps behind him coming back to the desk. I was literally swapping out the coffee. He never even slowed down. He walked straight out the front door. He waited 5 minutes on me, and he wanted me rode up and all. And she's like, "Nope." And it's not altruism on her part. She's not out to save me for the sake of saving me, not because I'm a good employee, but because she's that desperate to find anybody willing to work third shift because she won't do it herself. All of my protection comes from my boss being lazy. The grocery store one, I never heard back from that guy, so I don't know if he actually complained to anybody or what. But I never heard back from that one. I did have a lady get viscerally upset with me because I had dismissed her son who was asking for change for the gumball machines, and I had told him he'd have to wait for a minute. And she got very, very mad at me. And my boss happened to be the person who was coming through the checkout lane. And she went off on how rude I was to dismiss her son. And he happened to have been standing there the entire time. He's like, "Ma'am, he can't open the register in the middle of a transaction. This is what he said to the boy and asked the boy to wait until he was finished ringing me up so he could open the register and give him the change." It's like, oh, hey, right time, right place. Put away the cases of water. So where were they going to go? If not on the shelf, where else were the cases of water going to go? I need more polish. I need a lot more basalt. I'm gonna run out of basalt. I just realized. Is a box of 6 gallons instead of opening it. Ah, okay. um, can you not like open the front of the box and have them? I guess because I haven't worked at a proper grocery store. My grocery store was a discount store, and we displayed product in the box. It's how we just like we would just rip off the front of the box and slide the entire box on the shelf. So that makes perfect sense to me. Hello, donkey. How much basalt do I have left total? I think that's gonna be it. Oh, I got one more. So I have 1, 2, 3 stacks and a little less than 4 stacks total. Okay, yeah, we definitely going to have to go to mining session. Hi, it's me again. I had to change my skin and update it. I shaved my head. I had to do away with all my hair. It looks better on him than it does on me. Well, I mean, did you tell them to be more specific in the future? Oh, right. I need to swap this out to polished. Go. Also, I don't like this being too tall, so I'm probably gonna build this up. Like, have it be out a little bit, so it's only 2. May want to transition somewhere here. Don't know what I do there. And lo and behold, it's an even number. I hate even numbers. You can't do anything with them. Like I can't make this into a window. It'd have to be an entire window by itself. The entire thing would have to be one window. There's nothing I can put between them to make them windows. Like I could do this, which is almost, well, nope, because it doesn't add up. I'd have to have an even number in the middle here. And then that just looks stupid. Because then you basically have the window, I mean, it is technically how I did the fortress over here. I did 2 by 3. Alright, before I go any further and say something I don't, I might regret. Let's what it looks like at least. So 1, 2, 3, and moment of truth. You know, given the scale, that kind of works. Also, is it actually in line with the top of this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a 6 above the basalt line. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then with the overhang. I think it'll work. I think if I just ignore my hatred of even numbers and live with it. See, that's why, like, all of my alerts, just widgets. Who are you people? What are you doing in my channel? Like, I didn't want to do sounds that would be familiar from something.
So what did I say? Something like da, 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 da.
This is a test.
Oh yeah, I have TTS. But yeah, I wanted it to be sound clips rather than actual music or anything. Nope, that's not at all how I wanted that. There. And then nothing on the corner. May do something different on the corner. Blackstone, Blackstone, Blackstone. Nope, 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 nope. That is supposed to be normal basalt. Well, I have just acquired the 8th badge in Pearl. So I figure I'm probably gonna have one more session tomorrow of doing Victory Road. Let's see if I can't attempt the Elite Four. I assume I will get wrecked and then have to do grinding. So I'm expecting no more than 2 more days on Pearl before I swap over to Sword and Shield. Is really poor timing on my part. I started the Pearl playthrough like a week before I ended up with a capture device. So, like, oops. Blackstone. Blackstone. City of Blackstone, or well, the town of Blackstone. Everything has to have some Blackstone in it. Oops. Like, ideally, I would have done all of this woodwork with Blackstone, but I think that would have been a little too dark. Like, it's just... I am a master at this game. But by the same token, I don't think the wood would look good on these pillars. Maybe I will leave this down like this because the pillars look pretty good up against it. Maybe. Like, usually when they do giveaways, they're shiny locked anyway. Ideally, I would have all this wood stuff on this side as well, but it is kind of narrow. Like, I could do doot. That would be it. It would just be a weird little squiggly line. I don't think it would look good. Well, now, when they did the Hoopa thing in Ruby and Sapphire, Omega and Alpha, when they did that, you could catch shinies from that, and I believe you could catch shiny legendaries in Ultra Space as well. So I don't see any reason why the Dynamax adventure thing shouldn't reward you with the possibility of shinies. Hey, the Pikachu cap thing is fine because it's just a straight giveaway. I mean, the more they want to give away, it's fine. That's their game. Let them give away all they want. People eat that stuff up. I think that's our footprint right there. How much of it can you see from the hill? All of it. Glorious. Yes, raising it up was definitely the correct thing to do. You won't ever actually be able to stand here because there's going to be something here, but that looks good. Now imagine a roof line where this comes up and back down, and then this is slanted in, over, and this is going to pop up and be top. I think that's how, yeah. So, like, the top of this tower will probably be about even 3. And the front of the building and the actual roof line will be even with about where the tower is now. I like it. I gotta move this path here because I didn't like the... I literally didn't like the way this corner looked, so I ripped the entire corner out and made it a giant hole. Because I couldn't make the corner work. Cool. Why can't we get events that we need? Because Game Freak doesn't quite understand how its fan base behaves. Or maybe they understand better than any of us do. And maybe they're catering to a group that's an extremely unvocal majority somehow. Like, the only people I hear talking about Sword and Shield online are either the people that have been following the game forever and reporting on it, and how much they still like the franchise in general, or it's people screaming about how bad Sword and Shield are. Like, I liked Sword and I did like them, but then I also have to take a step back and say they are definitely my least played games. Like, I like to play Pokemon replaying the story mode with different teams. It's how I enjoy playing the games. Give myself different challenges, maybe a monotype challenge here and there. I don't like Nuzlocke, but I've done different things. And then Sword and Shield came out. I played through Sword with one team. I started Pearl and never even finished it. Or Pearl, listen to me. I started Shield and never even finished it. That is extremely unusual because I will normally play through a game, Pokemon game, 6, 7, 8 times before I lay it down. And Pearl and Diamond and Pearl, 4th gen in general, are actually my favorites. But not for any gameplay reason. They're just my favorites due to proximity of when I wasn't quite as depressed as I have been in recent years. Like, playing through Pearl this go round, I can safely distance myself from the nostalgia and say that the game had serious mechanical issues, massive story problems, like absolutely massive plot holes. But it's still fun. I still enjoy it. Sword and Shield, like, I guess their story is pretty in place because there's not much of one. Like, there's the whole Darkest Day lore, which they just sort of vomit at you all at once. They're like, we're going to tell you about this thing. 2 hours later, we're going to tell you about this thing. Remember that thing? We promise we'll tell you about it. And then here's 5 minutes of all the lore in the game all at once. Yep, that's how that happened. But as far as actually playing Sword and Shield, I rather enjoyed the gameplay. Like, that's really annoying me. I wanted to say dirty words just then, just throwing that out there. Like, people complain about hand-holding in Sword and Shield. I don't actually see it. They complain about hand-holding in Sun and Moon. I don't see it. Like, I don't understand what people are complaining about with that. I'm like, do you mean, like, the actual progression of the game? Like, from Gym 1 to Gym 2 to Gym 3 and that stuff? Because every Pokemon game has had that, in case you've forgotten. Like, I don't know. They're like, no, the entire game of Sword and Shield, like the whole game is a tutorial. Okay, good games teach you how to play them as you're playing. It's a good thing that they teach you how to play the game. So, what is the complaint? It's like, yeah, okay, massive unskippable cutscenes, which I think you can actually skip now. I think you're actually able to skip cutscenes in Pokemon games now. So they can't even use that argument. I know Sword and Shield was a little heavy on cutscenes. Then they complain about the difficulty not being there, and I'm like, it's a game designed for 10-year-olds. It's not meant to be Dark Souls. Like, for the randomizer, I made a bit of a mistake. I have seen several randomizers where the Elite Four come through with baby Pokemon, and they were just completely and utterly pointless. The final battles were total anticlimax. For the randomizer, I made sure to turn on a feature that lets them keep relative strength. So they're gonna have evolved Pokemon. I'm gonna run into evolved Pokemon in the Elite Four. I also then decided for an added challenge to bump up the levels of everybody's Pokemon by 10%, knowing that that would stretch towards the end. Oh, I was going to do this the other direction, wasn't I? Oh, crap. So what I've ended up doing is I've made the Elite Four like 5-6 levels higher than they should be. And I'm also 5 or 6 levels under leveled. So I'm heading to the Elite Four, who are gonna have level 55 to 60 Pokemon, if not higher, with a team of level 40. And I'm just waiting. I've been waiting this entire time to finally lose a story battle. That's been my stipulation. I will not go do a grinding session for 3 hours and leveling up unless I lose a battle. And then all this time I haven't lost a battle. So, yeah. Gotten a little lucky, did a little bit of potion scumming for the 8th gem, which I do not feel sorry for in the slightest. Oh, how do I want to do this? So, give me a stack of dirt, and let's sort of plan this out. This wall is going to come back here. I don't have any room to play with there. Like, originally, the image I'm going by sort of starts here and just goes up. I don't like that. The closest thing to a hardcore Pokemon game was Black and White's like hard mode, which the only thing it really did was bump up the level of Pokemon that you faced. I felt like it had the opposite effect in that it gave you more XP because of that, which sort of made the end game easier. It's hard to make these shapes without perspective. Like if I was down there and just placing, I could draw it. But being up close makes this a lot harder. I just want to do an actual A-frame. Will that work? What's it going to look like? Where's the center? 5. Center is right here. Yes, that is the center. This comes over 1. So literally right here. Well, I liked Sun and Moon's post game battle, whatever you want to call it, where you basically battled legendary trainers from old games. I'd like them to bring something like that back. The battle tree, was. I have another slab. I mean, I guess. What do I want back there? A circle. Yeah, like, apparently a hot take. I didn't like Mega Evolution. I actually preferred Z moves. I just wish you could have done Z moves without having to waste a item slot. But I've never really been one for post-game content in Pokemon games anyway. That's sort of a issue I haven't quite faced yet with the Pearl playthrough. I don't really want to do the game. I want to get into Sword and Shield as quickly as possible. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is doing the post game like off screen and making it my first YouTube exclusive content. Okay. Dirt. Where you at? Oh. Well, this is going to be easier than I thought, actually. Isn't it just throw trapdoor, trapdoor? Now, what do I want for the background? Do I do the basalt? Or the polished basalt? How about... let's mix this up. This may look like trash, but... oh, well. Not gonna be able to do the thing I wanted to do. There we go. Oh, it is a pain to place the blocks like this. Stupid directional blocks. Okay, what do I do here, though? I may pull this all out one. Geronimo! Yeah, it needs to come forward one anyway. That'll fix that problem. Also, the directional basalt looks pretty good. I may put that behind the tower. We'll see. But as far as my favorite Pokemon games go, weirdly enough, Heart Gold and Soul Silver are my favorite games. Specifically Heart Gold. And I don't know if it's because the Pokemon follow you around or if I just happen to like the art style. I think it's just a combination of everything. Okay, so we're on then I'm gonna want to do this. No! I fell down again. Now, take this with a grain of salt because gold and silver are some of my least favorite games. The remakes are so much better. But I do thoroughly enjoy Heart Gold and Silver. Like, I feel like they 100% succeeded in recapturing the feel of the old games with all the improvements of more modern games. It's like part of what made Soul Silver and Heart Gold so good is that it's like a little bit more Japanesey than the other games. Like there's more Ecruteak City, for example, the very lore of the towers being destroyed. Like those are very, very obviously Shinto shrines. Like there's a lot of Shinto image in them. And I love anytime you can sneak in some culture in a game. I need to go. I don't know why I'm using these blocks. I could literally be using dirt. Ooh. What's that look like? Absolutely. That is exactly the look I wanted. In fact, I'd like there to be something in there. Trapdoors. Trapdoors will do it. The texture on the trapdoor is different enough that you'll see it. No! I hate falling. You know what? I'm actually going to do a thing. It's done. It's part of the world now. I can't go back on it. Eat that on my hot bar. I cannot place the blocks because we're honest. Well. That's it. That is absolutely it. 100% that's it. I can't put one inside this little formation. Wish I could do netherrack wall might do the same thing. But I didn't collect much netherite or nether brick at all. Oh well, you know what? I'm just gonna call it good. Be happy with what I've got because it actually turned out decent. Yay! Okay, so I've got to do Like, the tower should really have another little room up here. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna actually start the roof line there and build a clock face into this on up there. Cool. That turned out better than I was expecting. I have such low expectations of myself that I can never disappoint myself. They're that low. Like, any result at all, other than no result, is better than I expect. I need iron. I know I have iron in here somewhere. Nope. Got a shovel made, though. So use that. Also, I didn't use nearly as much of this as I was expecting. I was expecting to do this, the underpinning, with this type of stone as well. But I'm so in love with basalt that I just had to use basalt. And I'll get that when I get up there. Like, is it worth going down there for 2 pieces of dirt when it's going to take me 3 pieces of dirt to pillar back up here? No. The answer is no. Okay. Like, I think if I tear these corners out and them a different block, Blackstone perhaps, that it will alleviate the problem of the car being flat. I think an annoyingly even-numbered offset window is the only way to work here. I don't think one wide windows are going to work at this scale. But you get some sleep, Luna. Thank you for the conversation. I have thoroughly enjoyed it. Oh no, it's 1, 2. Actually, no, I just picked these out. And thank you again for the gift sub to Silver. Got it. It'll fly. Let me through. Yeah, it's gonna work. Especially once I get the little pillars set up around the front, which I may not do on this side. The roof on all of this is just going to slope back. It's not going to do the arch. The arches will be on the sides. Cool. This turned out so much better than I was expecting. Also, a lot bigger than I was expecting. You can do a whole lot more detail, obviously, when you increase the size of a build. So that's always something to consider in Minecraft when you know, how detailed do you want it to be? In this case, I needed the door to be 3 wide with this outline and something in the back. So it was always going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide. And as soon as I realized that, when I started putting it down, I realized that the entire build was going to be a lot bigger than I had in my head. So you cannot do this any smaller. I mean, you can do it on a 1 scale, and you can kind of do it on a 2 scale. You get rid of the block in the middle here, and just sort of mush everything over. It looks oblong that way, though. And if you shorten it to 2 by 2, it just looks like a square. There's nothing round about it. So to get the actual rounded shape, it had to be 3 wide, which dictated the size of the entire building. The same problem I had right here. Like, I kind of wanted these to be 1 in and have a basically a 1.5 block gap. I couldn't make this shape in that size, so. Scaling is always a factor in Minecraft. Of course, as big as this thing has turned out to be, gonna have to make the mansion even bigger. Like, it's supposed to dominate this mountain, so that's gonna be humongous with a big tower. That one may not be as detailed. Not supposed to be seen up close. Be seen from down here. Just double checking all these trapdoors, making sure they're actually symmetrical. They are. Looks good. I gotta fix that gap, but I'll do that when I work on the roof. I think for this, since obviously I am not doing the lava behind the windows like I did on my fort, I think for this I definitely want tinted windows. I'm probably gonna tint a lot of windows yellow. Actually, what does yellow windows look like in this texture pack? Hang on. I'm at the end of the stream. I've got like 10 more minutes. That's why I don't want to build anything, get started building. Yeah. Should have some windows in here, even though this building never has seen any windows. Nope. So nope. Move them in here. This is literally where I used them, right there. Nope. So the resource pack that I'm using, obviously it gets rid of the outline on the glass. Instead of doing connected textures, it just completely removes it. So it looks like it's sort of grooved, actually. I can live with it. Okay, so again, the reason for this mad dash over here. I gotta finish that side. This thing comes after Spooktober ends. So November. Go in the door. Glass, that's what I'm looking for. How do I do this? I think this way. Been a while. Oh, that's a bizarre icon. Actually, while I'm here, do I have any more glass? I got a bell. No, I have no more glass. This is all the glass I have. I am glass full, glass empty. I don't know. Glass less. I've got the glass right here. And one of the other things that the texture pack does. Oh, I threw the sword. Where'd the sword go? I need that sword back. Hello, sword. There you are. Wrong button. Where is my? It's here somewhere. Shouldn't it be? Should be that key. But apparently I can't swap my sword to my offhand. Huh. Something is overriding my W. I thought W was my swap key. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh yeah, I made those red. Actually, just running through, that really stood out just then. I was like, wait, what was that red? Oh, it's text. Like, it would obviously stand out more. You could read it better if it was white. I just don't like it red. Okay, I want to see what this looks like. Because I can always do orange. Like, imagine that, but with a room inside. Does that look like there's an artificial light source inside? I don't know. It looks better than clear glass would. Clear glass wouldn't show up. Not with this resource pack. I mean, that barely shows up. Could also do gray glass. Gray is a thing I could do. There are a ton of oxide daisies over there. Not worried about it. I'll worry about the glass when I've finished the roof. So the floor design for this, originally I was going to have a second story. I think with it being as big as it is now, I can get away with just having this be the little foyer. Having the secretary, clerk, whatever, be just inside. You come in here, this wall will come back out a little bit, and that'll be the tower and the stairs up. This will actually go back a little further and allow you entrance to the side where little secretary's office is going to be. You just have to pass through it. There'll be a desk and an entrance somewhere like over here, like on that side of a room that's back here. So you come in and go off to the side. There'll be a little step down. So that's why this is raised up. There'll be a step down into what is going to be a main room. So that back wall may go back another 2 spaces, I think. Since this is actually going to be deeper than I thought. You come in, go this way, come in here, and then, yeah, this wall is going to have to get moved. But, like, this wall will stop probably here. Actually, that may be overkill. It may even can go one more in. And I want this to obviously be more than 3 wide, so, maybe this wall goes back a lot more. What's back here? A hill, which I can easily push back. A little house that was going to go here. That will be a loss, but I can always push the little house down here where it's flatter anyway. That building's gone. Doing it anymore, so no loss on this side. I could push this all the way to back to here. Which would come up here. Oh, that's doubled the size of it. That's too much. That is too much. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't need that much space. Which is actually a good thing. Um, 4 wide here. I would want 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 interior, and this is the outside wall. This is where I would want the wall to be. That's not bad. That's a decent scale. Oop, oop. That is here. This is the new corner. That's so much better. I don't want it to be inside the hill. Ideally, I would just shove the entire building forward. Like, I wonder if anybody of my scant few and far between viewers would care if I actually MC edited this thing and just shoved it forward 3 blocks. 'Cause 3 blocks is all it takes. Well, 2, 3, 4 blocks. Take 4 blocks. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Oh, that's actually a really good size. I think it's gonna work. I think I'm gonna be happy with it when it's done. Happy with it so far. I thought I would be humming and hawing over it more. Just remembering my first build, the little keep that took literally 10 to 12 to 15, I don't even know how many streams to do one wall. Oh, look at that. Just pops. And then the roof gonna be back behind it, so it's gonna be framed, and it's gonna have the big clock face on the front here with the roof around it. I may not follow the outline that I've been going by. Like I said, that outline, this thing tapers and then pops back out for a little room and then has the roof. I think is the roof line on it is like swooping in and up and back down like that. So it comes to a point at the top and carries up. I think I'm gonna do more of a rounded top. Sort of like I did with the front door. Sort of like I did with this arch, best as I could. Yeah, I think we could definitely use with another arch over it instead of the A-frame. I do a lot of this. I apologize to anybody watching this live or post that aren't fond of somebody like tracing like I'm doing. Like I see it in my head. I wish I could describe it better. I'm not as good at describing it. But the background will be this basalt cobblestone look. Still going to be outlined with the dark oak around it, and then it's going to have something resembling a clock on it. And if I can't figure out how to make a clock in a 3x3 space, then I will just make a shape like that. Because I mean, that's supposed to be a window. I decided that it's not big enough. I guess I could knock the basalt out and try. Let's see, I'm actually one too far over. And I forgot this is double layered. Needs to be broken up anyway. Yeah. So then it's here and here, which leaves a gap that you may never see. Then that definitely has to go there. I'll worry about the roof line inside later. But I mean, guess that could work. What's that gonna look like? You know, with a light source behind it and the room blocked and filled, maybe. That is a definite maybe. I'm not liking how bright that yellow is, but it is what it is.